it's the end of the game. And yeah, no spoilers about it. It was a pretty dire game in terms of scoreline, 0-0 again. Yet another Saints game with little goals and no 3 points for Saints, which is very disappointing. But if you like, I'm just gonna get straight in, and I'm gonna try and describe the kind of stuff that happened in the game, give my opinions on what happened in the game, and then you guys can let me know in the comments what you think. If you'd asked me before the game, would I be happy with a draw against Bournemouth? I would have definitely said yes. Bournemouth have been playing fantastically for the last few games this season, putting in some really amazing performances, not consistently throughout the entire game per se, but for chunks of the game they've just speed past teams and really play extremely well. So I'd definitely be taking a 1 point against them, especially away. So the fact that Saints have got a point away to Bournemouth today, that's fantastic, and I cannot be, well, I could be happier, but like it's a good threshold for us to work on, because we put in a shift today. We played very good football for the most part. One thing I can say is that I think Southampton deserved to win the game. I also think that we should have won the game, not just that should have deserved to win the game. I think we should have won. We had a number of chances where players probably should have done better. Right at the end, there was a Gabbiadini header that just went over. He put too much power on it. It beaten Begovic to the ball. Is it Begovic who was in goal for Bournemouth? I can't remember. It beaten the keeper to the ball, and he just put too much power on it. He could just lean back and let it hit him in the head. He didn't need to lean into it at all, and it would have just arced over the keeper and gone in really slowly. But he just decided to put a bit more power on it, and it went onto the roof of the net, which is really disappointing. There were a couple of other chances before that. Stuart Armstrong, who had come on as a replacement for Lamina, really should have scored. I think the fact that he doesn't play that much, he doesn't have the confidence in front of goal yet to be able to be scoring. But it was a fantastic opportunity. Shane Long was winning headers left, right, and centre, and he nods it down for Armstrong, who takes an amazing control on his chest, but then just rushes his shot and he misses the ball completely. And again, that we should have scored from there. In the first half, there was only like one shot on target in the first half, and that was Charlie Austin. Oh wait, no, was it Charlie Austin? No, it wasn't Charlie Austin's. But Charlie Austin should have scored. He got a fantastic ball over the top by Højbjerg, and he just couldn't get it like in front of him enough to take the shot, and he ended up taking a heavy touch around the keeper, and it went out for a goal kick. But there are a number of things that I was very happy with from the game, even though I feel we should have taken the few chances we had. I felt that defensively we were a very tight unit, and I was pleasantly surprised to see Hoot have a good game. He played fantastically well, in my opinion. He's definitely a player that I sometimes do not like, just because he seems too risky, because he only plays with his left foot really, but he played really well today. I think the partnership with Stevens in the middle was great. It was really good to see Stevens back in the team. Obviously it's a shame when you've got people like Vestergaard and Yoshida who aren't playing. It's a shame when you don't have that experience, but Stevens there was really good, and I've missed him since last season. I don't think we've seen him since he got sent off in that match against who was it against? I can't remember. Arsenal. But it was good to see him back, and I think he had a good game as well, which is always nice to see. And yeah, other things I really liked. Højbjerg had the most shots in the game, which is really interesting. I mean, he scored one long-range effort. He likes to take long-range shots. I know that already, but he took 3 from outside the area today, and I think all 3 of them he connected fantastically. Well, there weren't any that went wide. There weren't any that went over. They were all heading towards the goal, maybe a bit central, but he got a really good connection. The commentary team on the match were praising how good of a connection he gets with the ball pretty much every single shot. And there was one in the second half where he really tested the keeper, and he just looks really good. Overall, Højbjerg had a brilliant game. It's strange. At the end of last season, I'd have said that I preferred Lamina to Højbjerg, but now I think I prefer Højbjerg. I think he's a lot more solid and trustworthy. Lamina I don't think is untrustworthy, and when he has his bursts of pace, they're really useful. But today he just got injured, a really scary injury, because obviously he eventually walked it off, but then had to go off later in the game. And if you watch it, you just see how he lands on his leg straight, and his knee buckles backwards, and it made me cringe. And I really hope that Lamina recovers well. Other good things, well, I think that Redmond had an okay game. There are a couple of things that he did wrong, but again, he was trying and just running and running and running and running. Bertrand and Redmond didn't really have much chemistry this game. There weren't too many left hand side little moves, but that's what you get when you play against a tight team like Bournemouth. We were definitely on top of them for the majority of the game. They had a few spells where they were the attacking force. But when they were defending, they defended really well, and they were, for the most part, a very solid midfield and defence. So I guess the little passing moves down the left-hand side only came into effect in the last 15 minutes of the game when players were starting to get tired. What I will say, El Yunusi, I like him, but he didn't do anything. I barely saw him in the game. Lamina, as I say, didn't get onto the ball too much. I'm not sure about Cedric. This is an opinion that I keep to myself quite a lot. I think that Cedric is just there and he doesn't do anything. We had a fantastic opportunity. We had like 3 people in the box, and either Redmond or El Yunusi played in a fantastic little through ball behind the defence to Cedric, and Cedric didn't even get his head up to cross. He just passed it into the box. And you see on the replays, he didn't even get his head up, so it was just a waste of an opportunity. And whilst he kind of made amends for that with the cross to Long, which Armstrong then missed from later in the game, that again was a poor cross with his left foot. It went really, really high. It was looping. It didn't really do us any favours. Had no power on it. And I just feel, whilst defensively he's okay, I don't think he was fantastic this game anyway. So I'm hoping that we can try and make him better, if you like. I feel like him and El Yunusi don't have the partnership that Bertrand and Redmond do, but that's obviously a given, really. But it was an okay game. I will take a point, not entirely happily, but definitely prefer a point to losing in the last 2 minutes of the game. And yeah, I don't really have much to say on this game because there wasn't really much to say, but I think we deserve the points. Let me know what you guys think about this match in the comments down below, and leave a like if you enjoy my opinions. And I'll see you guys next week for the next game. I'll also do a video tomorrow where I'm going to talk about Doctor Who. That's nothing to do with football. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Until then, bye-o.